Over the past few weeks, I have been attacking reaction channels left and right. I have told them what videos to delete, how to change their platforms, and given free advice that I should be paid for, honestly. I would like to continue this. I have stated in other videos, I think Snowflake should pivot to a travel channel that focuses on traveling as far as you can with the least amount of money. I don't think I was clear enough about how I pitched this the first time. This would be the most logical step for Snowflake because he already has 150k subs. This gives him a huge advantage in his pivot. I would not suggest travel content to most people. His stupid nature could be helpful. In the way that he's always confused all of the time, he could help solve issues that people have during the confusion of travel. His memory is also very bad. Sometimes, while we travel, we feel a lot of stress and anxiety. This could make us seem confused or look confused like Snowflake is all of the time. I don't want Snowflake to educate me. I want him to fumble around, get lost, and spend as little money as possible. I think it's key for the production on these videos to be simple. I'm not looking for high quality, unobtainable travel videos. People oftentimes lose subs when they become rich. They're unrelatable and they always only make content to get views and more money. They up the production, the set, the lights, and their faces. They get Botox and filler and whatever else. This is one of the reasons I believe Amber has stayed so popular. Even though she's a mess, she's just stayed very much the same for a very long time. I believe people want to see a more natural environment. I want to watch Snowflake like fight with a washer and dryer or with some buttons in a different country that he doesn't know the language. I believe Snowflake could take his dumb nature and harness it to help other people. These videos could be really helpful for people with anxiety or people that like to watch travel videos or people that just watch Snowflake for comfort now. I don't think people are tuning in for like his hot takes or whatever. He could frame this as a way to like open up, learn, maybe flex that brain so he can remember the next day. I believe Snowflake sees himself as a big meathead and he hasn't tried to flex those brain muscles maybe ever. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he doesn't ever talk about history or anything that's actually interesting about the UK. So I think in the way Snowflake explains the Amberverse to Jimmy, someone needs to explain history stuff to Snowflake. He will have better questions than someone who's an expert in the field and he could learn from it. Having no clue could be a huge factor in his content. Moving on to Hecticana. Hecticana is a heel. He's leaned into the bad behavior, given out bad opinions, and I bet even the other channels don't fuck with him. I honestly do not watch, and I have never watched this man. That doesn't mean I don't have advice for him, though. As a heel of this show, Hecticana needs to lean into the villain arc, ride it out until the end. So maybe he has a few weeks, as everybody's getting demonetized left and right. I think the only way he could get anyone to watch anything he does would be to release screenshots from conversations with other reaction channels or like expose tea within his circle. But I don't think he's like smart enough to have taken screenshots or anything. He's just really loud. I believe he's done and we're hearing a good old death rattle from Hecticana. Rachel is another popular heel, but I believe her channel could survive for a while if she cleans up her stuff violating the TOS and pivots very fast. I'm not giving her any more free advice. She's going to have to pay me. Salty, Crab, and Apathetic Fox. I would work on backing up every single video you've ever made. I know the way a back machine works and whatever, but I believe you all need to back up the videos and delete a lot of videos. I think you could both continue what you're doing and you do it very well and you are the best scribes we have. They hold the real keys to the archive, the opinions during that time, the lost stuff on Instagram, deleted things, and stuff that is actually really hard to find now. I would think long term. I know people think after Amber dies no one will care, but a lot of people watch Amber for comfort. And this content, as it ages, they'll watch it more for comfort about the time they were in when they watched it originally, right? So like we regress as we get older. I watch Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2 like once a month. You know what I mean? So people will regress at one point and they're going to want to watch Amber because they're trying to achieve the feeling they had as a child, basically. As the generations age, their comfort stuff is going to change drastically from the stuff that we watched as kids, like the old people. Definitely hold that content and wait for new platforms to pop up and then put that on there immediately from the beginning of your content and clean it up, obviously, but maybe on these new platforms, they won't be as strict with the rules, as YouTube is after all this time. So the well is drying up, right? But we had a good time. Everyone made a lot of money talking about them small people and the bigger ones too. I think it's very important to remember Amber's size is the least interesting thing about her. Y'all love to say that, but you don't act like it. If we can delete all the shit that breaks the TOS and focus on her just being Amber, I think we have a chance. The thing is, this is a freak show, and we all bought a ticket to the freak show, right? Wipegate generated thousands of dollars. These channels have really been living through the gold rush, and it's about to all dry up, so you need to pivot and just take my advice. I heard a rumor that Salty Crab's so rich she was able to buy 6 horses with her money, and now she has a farm but refuses to show us any of the animals, and that is messed up. I've put a lobster up every single time I talk about Salty Crab since the beginning, and no one has corrected me one time. I was trying to do a bit like I don't know my animals and stuff, but anyway, comment below if you think I really don't know the difference between a crab and a lobster, and that cover-up story I just told is not real. Someone has asked me what I'm going to do now that everything's drying up, and I have such good advice for everyone else, like what am I going to do for my own channel? This entire channel is an ad for my one-woman Hamilton show. I am all 22 characters. This will also be my face reveal, and my grandma has always called me a very handsome woman, so buckle up. Alright, so if I get my way, Snowflake makes videos about medieval bricks and why they explode and killed so many people. Fox and Crab work together and keep the archives intact for the future. Hecticana fucks off, and Rachel eats crow. Jordy does a What Not to Wear series where he focuses on the viewer and not himself. And Jimmy Bunker makes an incredibly low-budget horror movie with Ring cameras about Snowflake being obsessed with him or being obsessed with himself. I'm actually going to be mad if Jordy doesn't take my advice because that's the best advice I have, and I would personally do that myself if I had any followers or like a personality or time to do that. I really love wedding dresses, and I love to see what people wear in general, but especially like wedding dresses or bridesmaid dresses or a bridesmaid's dress you hate. I don't know, I love it. I would tune in. I think a lot of people would watch that, and a lot of his viewers are women, and they've probably either been married once or twice or divorced or been in a wedding, or they have a wedding dress they even just hate and want to show him. Okay, so besides my idea for fashion, travel, one-woman shows, AI low-budget movies, I believe we should all go to a house for 1 week and live stream. This would be like the Jersey Shore, and we could do it on Twitch and invite Amber. This event would bring in thousands of views. Think about it. All the reaction channels sitting together in a hot tub, Jersey Shore style. Oh my god, my cat hates when I do this and he keeps scratching. Can you guys hear that? He's just scratching at this closet. Why do you want to go in the closet? Okay, so all the reaction channels in a hot tub, chillin'. Amber strolls in. She just lost 250 pounds and she says, "What's up, bitches?" Everyone gasps. Thousands of people comment or whatever. Everyone's bank account just instantly starts overflowing with money. The tension builds. No one knows if Amber and Snowflake are gonna fight. Cut to washcloth ad. Tell me you wouldn't tune in to watch the reaction channel's faces as Amber walked into that room and see if they had the guts to say to her face what they say online. We could place bets on how long it would take Amber to blame like BPD or whatever. Taco Bell, Cheesecake Factory, and Cold Stone Creamery would sponsor the entire thing. And everyone could confront Jimmy Bunker about using AI recklessly. It would be absolute chaos. The fact that they all hate each other, the history, the tension, the bad mix of accents. Salty Crab could wear like a lobster suit. Okay, anyway, comment below and tag your favorite reaction channel and demand Gorlworld Twitch livestream house. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. This is Echo Study.